It's the classic Space Harrier on the Sega Saturn, a beautiful version of this game, with silky smooth gameplay and colorful visuals reminiscent of the arcade machine. This happens to be the Japanese release for the Sega Saturn, but there's no translation issues. You just shoot everything that moves. It's Space Harrier, and that's how he rolls, with fancy pants and moon boots. Hey, did you guys see the review of this game on Ultra Fail? That was great, and I totally agree. Space Harrier is a lot more fun to win than to lose. And I found this version of the game on the normal setting to be more challenging than the version of Space Harrier that I recently reviewed on the PlayStation 3 included in the Sonic's Ultimate Genesis collection. It also sounds better. It does. I heard that people said the pitch was off on the PS3 version. I didn't really notice until I played this version, which does sound better. The music in Space Harrier is just terrific. It's awesome 80s arcade music. Space Harrier was one of Sega's really big arcade games from the mid-80s from designer Yu Suzuki, who's famous for Outrun and Afterburner, among other games. It was released on a variety of different game consoles over many years, and from what I understand, the Saturn version and the Sega 32X version are among the best. My thumb is getting tired just watching this. There's no auto-fire option in the menus, and I was using my standard controller. I should have grabbed one of the ones with turbo fire. Note how smooth the animation on the obstacles is, by the way, and remember that when we all watch this game on the Sega Master System together. Not that this should surprise you, try saying that 3 times fast, but the Saturn version is dramatically better than the Sega Master System version of Space Harrier. And it damn well better be. There's not many instances where the Master System outperforms the Saturn. It does have more letters, though. Space Harrier is a gorgeous game and tons of fun. It's just a terrific Sega arcade-style game. Similar to Afterburner in some respects, you're being scored for the distance that you travel, or basically the length of time that you stay alive, and of course the enemies that you destroy. There's 5 different difficulty settings in this version of the game, and a couple other options that you can change. And while I don't remember the arcade machine as well as some of you watching, something about this version of the game does feel better and sound better than the PlayStation 3 release in Sonic's Ultimate Genesis collection, but that's still a really nice version of this game, and if you have a PS3 or a 360, it's a good collection to go for. If you have a Saturn, this is a no-brainer. Space Harrier kicks so much ass, especially when you're wearing fancy pants. If you're collecting for the Master System, you've probably already got this, and it's a little unclear why they released the Master System version on the Virtual Console. You'll see why during that review. This one is a lot better, but I'm not beating up on the Master System because Space Harrier is a lot of game, with a lot of colors, a lot of objects flying around the screen, a sense of 3D movement rarely seen like this in the mid-80s, and it's simply brilliant and runs like a champ on the Saturn. Hey, it's the Cyclops Woolly Mammoth level. I love blowing those things up, and I love this game. Another giant thank you to Frank in California for the donation, and for sending Capcom vs. SNK 2 on the Dreamcast. I accidentally cut out the thank you in that review. I blame Cammy. Anyway, my gameplay was better on the PS3 version, but the next time I want to play Space Harrier, which is like right now, I'm going back to the Saturn version of Space Harrier.